How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. So, wanted to give you guys a starter guide and some tips and tricks to help you through the game here. Banishers is a semi-open world action RPG. So, like any other RPG, you have stats that affect your damage and physical resistance and damage reduction, etc. And then all these are accentuated by the gear that you put on, which have stat bonuses. So you can make all these go up and down to your liking and what you want to focus on. So we have amulets, wristbands, brooches, the Bane ring, and we have armor, weapons, the rifle, and our decoction, which is our healing item. So bonuses on that and stats on that as well. Skill tree that you can reshape any way you want, depending on your playstyle as you go through. The skill points, these green ones are essence that you get from haunting cases, and the red are what you get from completing quests and generally progressing through the game and the world. So looking at the map, the game is semi-open world, so it's pretty. You can traverse kind of linearly, if that's a word, from one side of the map to the other. You're gonna find little campfires or bonfires throughout the world, rest spots that you can rest up, refill your healing items, and upgrade your character, all your gear. And also there are obviously merchants and stuff like that you're going to find throughout the world, some side activities, and let's see if we can find, these are scourges, which are essentially bosses. Now these endless encounters, you can do, I haven't tried it yet, but you can do up to 10 times, I believe, and they get progressively harder. These are endless void encounters that you can go into the realm of the dead and basically do the same thing. Now the reward there you see is a void splinter. That is a rare material and can be used for upgrades, as well as the Scourge accretion. This is a haunting case over here. So these are the cases where you would make the decision to sacrifice a human life and contribute that to Antea's resurrection, or ascend the spirit, and that would contribute to Antea's ascension. Also, let's see if we can find the other activities. Now, some tips around locked chests like these. As it happens, these two over here are two that I have not found keys for. I've searched high and low over here, and I'm not giving up. Gonna find these eventually, but typically the keys for chests are in the general vicinity, and they're all named too. So you get like this one, the smuggler's loot, should find the key somewhere that says, key to smuggler's loot, and then you can go back and unlock that chest. Like I said, it's going to be in the general vicinity, but I'm convinced that these couple over here are kind of quest related, and hence the reason I haven't found the key yet, but we will see. Now this over here, these are cursed chests. So these are almost like Nornir chests from God of War. Basically, again, in the general vicinity of the chest, you're going to find these cursed items. In this case, this one's called the Sentry. I would look around for 3 items that are called the Sentry. Once you find those 3 items, you can go to this cursed chest and utilize those to open it up. And as you can see, we get for a reward, we get equipment, whether that be armor, different weapons, a rifle, whatever. So that's the main tip here with these chests. The keys are generally around the vicinity, and same with the cursed chest. They're really pretty close. They're not too far away. There are other, as you go through, there are slight Metroidvania aspects to the game. There are traversal blockers, which I have cleared most of them, but I can't really find any on the map. They're called creeping ivy. So again, kind of functions the same way like God of War. They are just roots that Antea hits with a projectile in the heart, and then there are these orange wisps that you need to shoot with the rifle as red, and clear the roots. So essentially, it just reminds me of the Nornir chests from God of War. But these are actually a little bit simpler. With God of War, you had to look high and low for those symbols to hit them with the axe. But in this case, really you just need to count how many roots there are on the creeping ivy, and they kind of glow silverish. So you just gotta kind of follow them. They can go into the ground and up above and down below, and you just have to kind of follow them and find where the wisps are, and then clear those out. And they're typically blocking good loot or progression paths and stuff like that. So to go back into our little bonfire here, show you guys the menu. So you can rest. The evolution is to modify your talents and presences. The inventory is to upgrade your stuff, and the fast travel, obviously, it's the fast travel. So if we were to look at our armor here and then look at the upgrades, we're almost fully upgraded. We could upgrade this all the way. Honestly, I may do that, but it's just a matter of upgrading that to the fullest, and there we go. Same thing with the other stuff. You just kind of got to go around the circle and upgrade that. Now the game is very generous, as you can see, with resources. When you rest, the resources in the world respawn, as well as all the enemies. But there are resources absolutely everywhere in the game. So don't worry about being stingy on upgrades. You're going to get plenty of upgrades with all of your exploration you're going to do throughout the game, and it is a very fun game to go through and explore the world and find all the little nooks and crannies and everything. Also, I forgot to mention if I can find one. There is another thing you can get. Yeah, right here. These altars of the invisible. Those will give you permanent upgrades to your health and your spirit gauge. Your spirit gauge is for Antea, and depletes over time as she uses her abilities, but you build that back up by attacking with Red. Also, going back to these endless void encounters, or the nests that you find. They're all kind of similar combat encounters. These are actually good to do because they give you permanent stat upgrades. These specifically will give you anything in the void will give you a +3 to all of your stats across the board. And just doing Not sure where one is. Like this encounter, this is like a regular encounter. This will give you like a +1 to all your stats. So very worthwhile to do and clear out all the little question marks on the map.
So to give you guys some tips on combat, went over some of this in the review. So like the white specters are like the most basic enemy, but then they can become more dangerous, like the guy over here with the gun. Um, when they inhabit a corpse, and if you're able to take that out, essentially they will have two health bars if you take care of the corpse, and then the specter will pop out of there like that. But if you use your banish ability, if their health is low enough when they're inside a corpse, you can completely banish them and just get rid of them wholeheartedly. Um, the purple specters are more dangerous, they're more agile and more aggressive. Green specters can shield enemies and they can shoot projectiles at you from up above, so they're more dangerous as well. As you're moving through the game, be sure to utilize your sight with Antea because she will see things in the environment that Red can't. Much like the Umbral realm in Lords of the Fallen, there are things in the environment that you can break as her. You can warp across gaps and multitude of other things. It's pretty awesome. There are very obvious indications of stuff like this that you can do, whether it be dialogue or your Bane rings lighting up at certain instances.
Um, so that is about it. Uh, to give you guys, some basic info and help you out on your journey in this game. A very worthwhile journey and a very good game that exceeded all my expectations. So hopefully you're all doing well. Stay tuned for many more videos and content on this game. So stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.